What are tokenomics? And welcome to That NFT Podcast. I'm your host, Kieran Headley, and today we're going to talk about tokenomics. Well, essentially, in a very straightforward way, it's a mechanism or a utility factor of an NFT project that gives you access to tokens. All right. Now, tokens, in other words, cryptocurrency. You couldn't really call it essentially cryptocurrency until it's on the official exchange. So therefore, most of them will just call it a token, or they'll just say tokenomics. And therefore, that that NFT itself has that sort of utility that gives you access to some sort of token that you can get by owning this NFT and or using this NFT in a particular way that will get you access to these tokens. And then most of them will generally put them on an exchange because that's beneficial for the NFT owners, all right, and project managers, because they're going to benefit from the fact that people are buying in on these tokens, all right? But also as well, it means that it can enhance the amount of inflow, right, of cash going into a project, because then they can put some sort of utility with these tokens, such as burning mechanisms, which we'll speak about, such as utilization of these tokens in game, so that it can increase the amount of money that actually goes into the project, and therefore it's a win-win, right? Because the people that own the NFTs basically, get these tokens from in a certain way by owning this NFT or using the NFT, and they can sell the tokens or they can use it for the tokenomics intention. Okay, so it's win-win because the NFT holder wins, plus the NFT founders and owners win too. So let's speak a little bit about tokenomics and how it works. All right, now I'll also speak about really briefly some projects that have done it well. I'll mention some projects that are doing it quite averagely, in my opinion, and some current and up-and-coming projects that are also using tokenomics that I think sound pretty good. So let's delve into it. I've basically already explained really what tokenomics is. I mean, essentially, if you buy a certain NFT project that has some sort of tokenomics feature, okay, it means that either just by owning the NFT, like for example, use an example like Swampverse, which is an NFT I have. I bought it about 0.4, it's worth about 0.5 now. Just by owning the Swampverse, I don't need to do a single thing. But if I, just by going to Swampverse, I've got to go to swamps.io/hash/krokens, okay? And it'll show me the amount of krokens, or croaks rather, that I have collected just by owning my Swampverse. All right. Now I'm just connecting my wallet because I disconnected it because I'm a safe human. And it'll tell me right now how many krokens or croaks my Swampverse has accumulated. So it's accumulated 68.67 tokens or croaks just by owning it. Now, this isn't on an official exchange yet, so therefore I can't actually buy croaks yet on the exchange, right? Which I'll explain how that works in a second. But once I reach 100 croaks, I can change the name and the description of my NFT. Once I reach 450 croaks, and I only accumulate 5 a day, by the way, which isn't that much, right? But someone like Joseph Rakic, a friend of mine, I think he freaking bought like 10 to 20 freaking Swampverses, so he's earning between 50 and 100, right, croaks a day, so he's sweet. But at 450, as long as I've got 2 toads, I can burn those 2 toads, and I can burn the 450 croaks, or pay, I'm assuming, and that will mint me a swamp creature. So it would be like some sort of special NFT that'll be even more valuable. And at 500 croaks required for, and it hasn't said exactly what that is, so they're basically hiding that. So just by owning it, it will accumulate it. I don't need to stake it or anything. All right. Now, staking it just means that you've got to pay a certain fee of gas, like an exchange fee, in order to put it into the system, so that it will then accumulate tokens. All right. So some of them have a staking mechanism. So I've got a couple that are doing that right now. One's called Ethereal's WTF, and then another one is called Ape MFers. Okay, so if I go to Ape MF's site, that is currently in the process of staking. I paid some money to stake it, and it's doing terribly. So this one's actually doing it averagely. Swampverse has done it well because of the people behind it, for one. because there's some great names behind it, but also as well, just in terms of how simple they've made it, it's pretty straightforward, and people like the idea of not needing to pay a cent to stake it because it costs to stake it. Downside of not needing to stake it is that it doesn't take it away from OpenSea. So people can actually have it listed on OpenSea, but also still be accruing croaks. Whereas ApeMF is, for example, you've got to stake it, you pay gas to stake it, and it accumulates 88.88 jungle per day. And this is on the exchange. So I can quite literally go to the jungle ether scan right now. I've accumulated over 1,000 jungle, right? And at one point, it was worth about 40 cents per jungle token. So in other words, I was accumulating about $40 a day, US, by the way. But right now it's, not accumulating much at all. Where are we? So, right, no, that's taking me to Etherscan. Whoops. I want to go to, where are we? Which one do I want to go to? Dex Tools. I think I've got it here. I'm just going to check for you guys so that I can give you an understanding of sort of what that would earn. So, yeah, here we go. So here's Jungle. So right now, Jungle is worth, it's loading, because it's on the official exchange. So I've gone to Dex Tools, which is a great one to go to, dextools.io, and you can actually search tokens here, and you can see what they're worth at that current second. So it's actually, it's literally only 10% of what it used to be worth. Okay, it's only worth 4.4 cents. So in other words, I'm only accumulating $4 a day by owning it, right? But hey, it's money that I wouldn't have otherwise. But that's only if I sell it at that point, right? Now, if I look at the last, oh wow, okay. So if I look at the last, oh no, that's over the course of the day. If I want to look at, yeah, here we go. So you can see where it's massively dropped. At one point it was worth a lot, and then it dropped a lot, and now it's sort of been flatlining for a while. It's gone up slightly in the last day or so, which is interesting. Something might be happening there now. But yeah, that means, getting $4 a day. So if I sold 1,000 of them, and if they're only worth 4.4 cents, it means that I'll, essentially, what's that? Is that 40? Well, I actually need to do my maths. Is that $44? Or is that? Yeah, surely that's only $44. I'm pretty sure it is, because that's not that many. If I go 4.4, no, I want to go 0.044 times 1,000, which is, $44. There we go. So it's worth bugger all, in my opinion. And then another one was Ethereal's WTF. I think they're doing a better job, in my opinion. It just looks a little bit more professional. And that's also got a staking mechanism as well. By the way, 8MF is in Ethereal's WTF. I am just holding a long term. I think they're a cool little cheap buy-in long term. Great and interesting project that you can look at if you're interested. And Ethereal is just, looks better. I think that their system is better. They've actually listed out what Boo will do, okay? And you earn 10 Boo a day, so BOO, but it's not on the official exchange yet, like Jungle is. So I've only accumulated about 30 Boo, okay? Because I only staked it the other day. Because I only just started. You only just was able to start staking. Now, the ones that I think have done really well, okay, Swampverse has done really well. Another one that I'm involved in is called Crypto Gorillas. Is it Crypto Gorillas? Cyber Gorillas. Cyber Gorillas. I've got 2 of them. I think they've done it beautifully. It's got in-game utility. So by owning these tokens, you can buy things in-game, in the game that they're building. You can breed as well your crypto gorilla to get a baby gorilla, which I'm going to do. So as soon as staking comes out, which is this Saturday or Sunday, Saturday US time, Sunday NZ time, I'm going to stake my battery's going to die on my laptop, but that's okay. I'm going to stake my cyber gorillas. And right now the floor is 0.35 ETH. I got them both at 0.15 ETH. So in other words, I've made just under $2,000 NZD just by having my cyber gorillas. And that's not even from what I'll be earning. I don't know what the token is just yet. I know it's listed somewhere, but yeah, they've got a great mechanism. So that's another great project to look at, and one that's up and coming that is interesting, and is actually we're actually going to have the owner of that on very soon, actually. In other words, tomorrow I'm going to be interviewing them, and I'm going to try and get that episode out as soon as possible. And he runs a project called Lost Socks. Now, Lost Socks is going to have Thread, is going to be the token, And thread the token will have, again, amazing utility. Another cool up and coming one is one that also I will have the owner on, or one of the owners, once they're sort of up and running a lot more. And it's going to be a coffee bean one. But we won't say any more than that because I'm going to keep everything else secret. But it'll be a coffee bean one, and the token, I believe, will probably be like coffee or something. So yeah, those are just cool concepts. Just sort of explore the tokenomics game, because that is something that is just very interesting. Another project that is, of course, probably the most well known for tokenomics is Axie Infinity. Okay, and their token is Smooth Love Potion. You can quite literally go and buy SLP, which is the abbreviation for Smooth Love Potion, on Binance. So, which is one of the most utilized trading systems for cryptocurrency. You can buy it just about anywhere, I believe, SLP. And it's very, very cheap at the moment. I believe it should go up a fair bit again because of the everything that they're reintroducing or introducing going forward. And it sort of goes through a fluctuation, right? And also because of the fact that in terms of NFT games, Axie Infinity is the biggest game in existence right now. So yeah, if you are earning SLP, you can trade it on these systems, okay, such as Binance or Coinbase, for actual either Ethereum, or you can even trade it for fiat currency. In other words, trade it straight to NZD or USD. So that's what I mean by when it's actually in the system. You can actually trade these tokens that you've accumulated from either playing the game to earn. So these are play to earn games, or by earning through staking them, like I've done with my Ape MFA or Ethereal WTF. Or another one was Wizards and Dragons. That was one that did well and then has suffered since, but I believe will make a little bit of a comeback once they've shifted a lot of their mechanisms to Polygon to decrease gas. And so in other words, decrease the amount it costs to exchange your NFT from holding it in your wallet to staking it in the website, to being able to then withdraw it from the website, or being able to then claim as well your tokens that you've earned, which was gold pieces. And then also as well with the in-game play and the in-game use of these tokens, it'll be much cheaper as well to go about all that stuff once it's on Polygon. Polygon is just another network that exists on the Ethereum blockchain. So the Ethereum blockchain is a foundation. On top of the Ethereum blockchain is a Ethereum network, which is what I think it's ERC 721 or something like that, which OpenSea operates on. So where you buy and sell your NFTs. Then you've got like the Polygon network. Then you've got your IMX network. Then you've got all these other networks as well that exist on the Ethereum blockchain itself. So yeah, big blockchain that has a whole lot of different sort of subcategories of that token that you sort of get funneled into depending on what token you have that you've bought or you are using. Okay, so that's essentially the gist of tokenomics, guys. I mean, it's pretty straightforward in that sense. Can you make your own token? Yes, you absolutely can. I don't know how to. I've never done it. Nor do I really have too much of an intention to at this point. Maybe when I do my NFT project, maybe I will introduce something. I don't know. Depending on, I know. Depends on a lot of things. But in the metaverse, you'll likely be buying everything with tokens, and a lot of these tokens will probably be able to be earned as well, not just bought from fiat currency. So in other words, you won't just be buying something like Bitcoin or Ethereum. You'll actually be playing a game or doing something or going on a mission, or you'll have to fulfill a certain quest or even request, right? Or even you'll have to go through something like my coaching program, right, in order to accrue certain number of tokens, and then these tokens can actually be traded on the marketplace for actual money, right? So those are just examples, and then you can actually do things in the metaverse with these tokens. So yeah, that's essentially it. I mean, depending on how well certain tokens do as well, you'll be able to use certain tokens in real life situations as well. The same way as you can already buy coffee and pizza with Bitcoin, right? The same way as at one point, Elon Musk was talking about how you can buy freaking Teslas with Doge, right? Well, I don't think that went through. I doubt it did. But also he was suggesting that McDonald's opens up a system where you can actually buy a Big Mac with Doge, right? In other words, you can actually go and buy McDonald's with your Dogecoin. So, these are just tokens that have done decently in their own sense and have actual physical world utility. And a lot of them now will have metaverse world utility. And eventually, over time, might be able to have physical world utility depending on how the currency goes. So, there's so many variables. I mean, there's certain things like, I won't get into things like market cap and all that sort of stuff around tokens. That's stuff that, if you're a crypto person, then you can do that own research yourself, and you probably already know about it. You probably know more than me about it because I'm an NFT guy, but I've just shared with you the basics of it. Now, are all tokenomic projects good? No. Most of them are going to do terribly. Most of them will just make a token and say, hey, you can get this token by owning this NFT, but then they don't have any utility for the token. If they don't have any utility for the token, meaning you can't do anything with the token, so you can't buy anything, you can't use it for anything, or even if you can and you can use it for, getting more of that same project, right? Then it's if the project's not good, then the token's not going to be worth anything anyway, and therefore, of course, the project won't be worth anything anyway. So, there's some very bad ones out there. Another really famous tokenomics one of the OGs was one of the cyber gorillas. Was it cyber gorillas? It was like cyber something Genesis, like Kongs, like Genesis Kongs or something like that. Genesis Kongs, and you could basically it's just insane like what you got with it by owning it. I wonder if Genesis, no. And basically I think it was something like you earned something like 50 banana tokens a day, just 10 banana tokens every day, but each token of banana was worth, if I go, I'm actually going to get this for you guys because this is actually insane if you don't actually know much about this. This project. So CyberKongs is one of the OG ones in the space. 10 bananas a day just by owning it. I don't even know if you need to stake it or not. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And basically you can go and then sell these banana. Oh man, my computer's so slow. I've said this a few times on this podcast, but I need to go and get a new freaking computer. Banana to USD. Here we go. Okay, so in other words, one banana is only worth 50 cents. Okay, it's not actually a huge amount. So in other words, you're only getting about $5 USD a day. That's very little. What the heck? That must be wrong, surely. Because at one point it was worth way more than that. No, I take that back. It's worth $2.37 for one. So in other words, sounds like you'll get about $20 a day USD. Unless I'm just looking at the wrong one. Who knows? Yeah. What? And then there's one here that says, that is so confusing. There's one here that says, man, there's so many different banana tokens. Can people just be original? This one says that it's worth 200 USD for one token. That means you'll get 2,000 USD a day just by owning this Kongs. I think that's probably what it is. I'm sure that's the correct one because I remember someone telling me how much you'd earn with it. But I'm sure on their website, if you are interested and you want to learn more, just go to their freaking website, cyberkongs.com/banana, which is, where you find more information. And yeah. Okay, here we go. Come on. Can you take me please to, so a lot of these websites are going to talk about how it's not an investment, the tokens, but really they're just saying that to save the RAS. So you'll be able to find it somewhere, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty accurate, which is the fact that you earn about 2,000 USD just by owning this because of the tokens. But yeah, that's sort of the possibility in the space, but that's if you get on the good project, be smart about it. And that's it, guys. That's tokenomics. Hope that gives you some more clarity on what that is, how it works, and the fact that projects that have those tokenomics have value. And then when you see people posting about, I own this NFT and I earn this much a day by owning this NFT, and you're like, what the heck? Why does that happen? How does that work? Now you know why. Okay. So if you found this podcast helpful, this episode helpful, please give us a good, nice old rating. That'd be amazing. And also, a nice subscribe will be fantastic as well. I mean, a lovely share as well. I mean, I'm asking a lot now, but I do this for free. I don't exactly, I'm not getting paid to do any of this stuff. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys went ahead and did any of the what I just mentioned. That would be amazing. Okay, so here we go. So someone traded just under 200 banana for 4,000 USD. So yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. So the 2001 I don't think is the right one anymore, but it's pretty damn close. It's worth a lot. So yeah, I'm going to close my laptop now because I'm just going to keep getting distracted by that. That's honestly it, guys. Again, if you want to reach out, that NFT podcast, find me there. If you're interested in overcoming anxiety and overwhelm and you get a free NFT just for doing the program with me, then head to my Instagram, Coach Keza, okay? Coach COACH, Keza, KEZZA, one word on Instagram, or you can find my Instagram in the bio of that NFT podcast Instagram as well. So that's how you can reach out to me, ask questions, make suggestions, but also as well get access to my coaching if that is of interest to you. So that's it, guys. Have an amazing day. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Cheers, guys. Bye.